It's the Music City Show, starring Tim Lovelace, the Blue Jean Band, the Positive Cowboy, Jim Sheldon, and our featured guest this week, the Browders. And now your host, Tim Lovelace.
Awesome band. Awesome. That Blue Jean Band's always knocking it out of the park. Welcome to the Music City Show. Glad that if you're watching at home, you're so glad you've tuned in for our Music City Show audience here. We're glad that you're here, and we're just bringing you some of the very best music from right here in Nashville, Tennessee. You know, Nashville, Tennessee is known all over the world for great music. But of all the great artists and hits that have come out of here from all different styles of music, it all goes back to one key foundation, and that is the song. Of course, that boils down to really great songwriters. And very great artists will tip their hat to the creative songwriters. It's been said that, it's actually been said you can't even find a napkin in a restaurant in Nashville because some songwriters picked it up, he's jotting down an idea, and so we just all wipe on our sleeves. But their songwriters are hanging out of trees here, and to really write great songs, it takes a whole lot to that craft. And our host group today has a songwriter in the group that not only writes the right songs for his family group, but they've now had 3 consecutive #1 songs. They're working on 5 #1 songs in a short amount of time. That's almost unheard of. What about it for the Browders? Are you glad that they're here? Yeah. And we're also glad to have our great friend, the Positive Cowboy, Mr. Jim Sheldon. Give it up for Jim one time. And not to mention our wonderful guys and gal over here, the Blue Jean Band. Hit it, y'all. Well, I know if you listen to the radio at all, you've been hearing their songs all across the country. We're so glad they're here on the Music City Show. What about it? The Browders.
Like the petals of a dying flower, our Lord bowed down his head. Mary's heart sunk in sadness. She watched him take his last breath. He was planted in the garden inside a rich man's tomb. 3 days later they discovered that the rose of Sharon had bloomed. He's not dead. He is alive. God kept his promise on the 3rd morning that he would rise. The angel rolled the stone away. Jesus walked out of the grave. Praise his name. Go and proclaim he is alive. The battle was finally finished. Satan could not believe that the King of Kings had risen. Oh, but the proof was plain to see. Now the footprints of our Savior are on the devil's head. Death is defeated forever. My Lord arose just like he said. He's not dead. He is alive. God kept his promise on the 3rd morning that he would rise. The angel rolled the stone away. Jesus walked out of the grave. Praise his name. Go and proclaim he is alive. The angel rolled the stone away. Jesus walked out of the grave. Praise his name. Go and proclaim he is alive.
so glad to have the Browders on the show today. And right after this commercial break, we're going to be asking some questions right here at this interview place. So be sure and just hang in there. We'll be right back. Well, once again, it's a privilege to have a great group like this and find out more about you all, especially for anybody watching you for the first time. We have a great following of people that know gospel music, but we have a ton of people that maybe you're new to them. So we want to go back a little bit with history. I know that we got your dad here today. He's an integral part of the group. And so I don't know when the group was first started, but a little bit of history.
This family group started in 1990.
1990. Okay.
24 years. I've been singing with these boys. Then about 8 years ago, then my daughter-in-law come on board.
Okay. Now, of course, we have the dad, which is Tommy right here. We have David, which bless his heart, he's hanging in there right now for sure. He's a funny one. And we have Sonia and Matthew, and they've been married. How long y'all been united in Holy Macaroni?
July will be 9 years.
9 years.
Yes.
9 years. And you're originally from Maine?
I'm from the state of Maine.
From state of Maine.
Yeah, I'm a Yankee.
Yeah, well, you're from Maine. My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it. That's all I'm going to say. You're from Maine. And you guys originally from Virginia. Is it true down around where the Carter family first started?
Yes. Original town, hometown of the original Carter family.
Is that right?
We're hillbillies.
Soup. Oh, come on. So you know what soup beans are all about. Now, I was telling the folks earlier about all these #1 songs. I know, Matthew, you've been writing a long time, and we've talked songwriting a lot. I know one of your heroes is Ronnie Henson, correct?
Yes, sir.
But I know you've probably got other influences. So tell us real quickly, you've got this string of #1 songs kind of happening, and sometimes God just blesses, but you still have to be good at the craft. Tell us a little bit how you come up with the ideas and how that process works.
Well, I grew up in a home with Dad writing all the time.
Okay.
And I wanted to be a writer. And English was one of my worst subjects in school.
I know about that.
Yes, sir. And I would write, and Dad would say, "Son, quit chasing them rabbits," you know. In other words, stick with the topic. Yeah. And so Dad was really my first mentor.
That's awesome.
And I grew up listening to the Hensons and listening to Ronnie's writing and just loved the lyric because that's what it's about. We've got to get the message out, Tim.
Yeah.
And so then I started getting around other writers and other people would give me advice. And the word said, if we delight ourselves in the Lord, that He will give us the desires of our heart.
Yes.
And what's awesome, He don't just give us the desires of our heart, but He goes above and beyond.
Yes, He does.
The Word of God said that He's able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all that we ask or even think.
Yeah, right.
And that's what He's done.
And that's what He's done.
And you know, as a songwriter, I'm sure, because I know your heart and I know your family's heart, I know this, that the #1s are nice.
Right.
It's nice to feel that the radio people enjoy it or the people enjoy it. But the bottom line is, if it's #1, if it's number 20, if it's number 40, when you see people at the altar, our life that's been changed through the power of the cross, through those lyrics, that far exceeds everything.
Yes, sir.
That's the greatest success you'll ever have.
And so that ministry that you all have. So tell me, besides just so many things happening, what is really happening in the Browders today, and what are you looking for in the next year? Tell me some of the things that are happening.
Well, we have the privilege of not only doing concerts, but we do revivals and other types of meetings. My husband preaches, my father-in-law preaches. And so we've seen so many doors open for all of those things, the concerts, the revivals. And I've been able to speak at some women's events lately. So we've just been able to see the Lord work in people's lives in such a tremendous way. And that we just want to see more of that. Right. We just want to see more and more of hearing those stories that people say, you know what, my life was touched because of that song, because you preached that message, because you encouraged us somehow when you came to our church.
Well, you know, for anybody seeing you all for the first time, they can go to your website, which is
Thebrowders.com.
Browders.com. It's just been so great to have you on the show. We've been excited about it. We love your heart. And not only that, we love your singing, and we want to hear some more.
Thank you, Tim.
And you know, as you travel around the country, our positive cowboy, he's going to do a song right now that ties right in. We're all proud of this country. With our bumps that we go through down the road, Jim Sheldon is going to sing a song right now that I absolutely love. It's called God Bless the USA.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with my children and my wife, I thank my God above to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. I'm proud to be an American, well, at least I know I'm free. I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, see the shining sea. From Detroit down to Houston, New York to LA, there's pride in every American heart. It's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American. Well, at least I know I'm free. I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
The Music City Show will be right back.
Oh, we're so glad to have the Browders here. We got to have them singing some more songs, don't we, Jim? That's right. Come on, guys and girls.
My faith has been tried through the furnace of life, but I wasn't alone. God was there all the time. He turned sleepless nights into sweet rest. I'll always be thankful. I am so blessed. God's given so much. He's more than enough. Supplies all my needs from His storehouse of love. He brought me this far, but I must confess the best is in store. I am so blessed.
Well, I am so blessed.
How could I complain?
How could I complain?
God has been true through sunshine and rain.
Through sunshine and rain,
He gave me life
when I deserved it.
I could never
Repay him. I am so blessed. Has God been good to you?
Would you like to raise two good hands and two good arms in the air? Testify to your neighbor this evening. Tell him, say, I am so blessed.
When I see my Lord, the one I adore, I love you, Jesus, before his great big throne, I want to bring my rewards
In a body redeemed,
among heaven's guests.
we'll cry, holy, holy.
holy, holy,
I am so blessed. Well, I am so blessed.
How could I complain?
how could I complain?
You see, God has been true through sunshine and rain.
Through sunshine and rain,
He gave me life
When I deserved it,
I'll always be thankful.
I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
Yes, He gave me life. Yes, He did.
When I deserved it,
I could never
repay him.
I am so blessed.
Y'all put your hands together like this now. Come on. Before the Lord's ascension, he did not fail to mention that he would return again someday to wake those that are sleeping. When it comes our time for leaving, his mighty voice will penetrate the grave. I'm just listening for the shout coming from the eastern sky, when all God's children shall rise. In a twinkling of an eye, I will be caught up in the sky. I've been watching and waiting, listening for the shout. Creation that was groaning, God's children have a longing for the great event that will take place. Redemption day is nearing, we'll see the grand appearing of our blessed Savior face to face. I'm just listening for a shout coming from the eastern sky, when all God's children shall rise. In a twinkling of an eye, we'll be caught up in the sky. I've been watching and waiting, listening for the shout. I've been watching and waiting, I'm anticipating. I've been watching and waiting, we'll be celebrating. I've been watching and waiting, listening for the shout. Well, I'm just listening for the shout coming listening for the shout. I've been watching and waiting. Hey, I've been anticipating. I've been watching and waiting.
We'll be celebrating.
I've been watching and waiting, listening for the shout. Oh yes, it's
Awesome job. Awesome job. Awesome job. Great to have the Browders here. Did anybody enjoy the Browders besides me? Absolutely. Jim Sheldon. Great job, Jim Sheldon, the Positive Cowboy, Blue Jean Band. Be sure and tune in next week for the MusicCityShow.com. We'll see you then.